Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have 7 fun fall DIYs. My goal for this video was to achieve high-end looks for less. I'm going to jump straight into the first DIY. I love styling preserved hydrangeas. I get a ton of questions about mine when I style them. I got my hydrangeas from a bush on the side of the road. I have also seen them in my local grocery store. To preserve them, you need to first remove all the leaves off of the stems. In a vase, I have about 2 to 3 inches of water. I'm going to leave the hydrangeas in here for 3 weeks. In about 2 weeks, the water should be all evaporated, and by the 3rd week, they should be completely dry and ready to style. I also wanted to share the difference in picking larger florals compared to smaller ones. The smaller ones just don't preserve as great, so larger and darker florals are best, and that's what you want to go with. I styled mine in a Hobby Lobby vase on my built-ins. For my next DIY, I'm using these Amazon stems I have used all spring and summer long. I love the fullness of these, and I couldn't find them in a fall version, so I decided to make my own. I started off with brown spray paint. I am using Espresso by Rust-Oleum. I am spraying starting at the stem and spraying outwards towards the end of the leaves, but I am leaving some green exposed. I really wanted that gradient from green to brown. And now I am going in with Claret Wine by Rust-Oleum. This is going to give me that deep dark red color. I'm using the same technique but leaving some brown and green exposed. I love the way that these turned out. The gradient colors are perfect for fall, and I styled mine in a vintage rice wine jar from Zardin Home. My next DIY is inspired by this beautiful candle from Cottage & Key. I have also seen them on Olive Atelier's website. They go for $1.45 a candle. I know Cottage & Key sells them a little less, but they are still fairly expensive. And I wanted to recreate this but using a fall scent, so I picked up a vintage stone mortar from Olive Atelier for $45. And for the perfect fall scent, I'm using a Glade candle. These are my favorites. They are less than $4 a candle. To melt them, I put them in a pot of water on medium heat till it fully melted down. I planned on using the existing candle wick from the candle, but it broke. I should have used a knife to lift it. Rookie mistake, but luckily I had a new wick on hand. I slowly poured in the wax. Please be very careful with hot wax if you do end up doing this DIY. And to hold the wick up, I used some chopsticks. After a few hours of letting the candle harden, I have the perfect fall candle in a vintage stone mortar that I can continue refilling with seasonal scents. My next DIY is a Afloral Semi-Sufuca dupe. I found the closest floral and leaf shape to the Afloral ones at Michael's. And to get that deep dark base, I painted the bundle with black spray paint first. And once the black fully dried down, I went over it with claret wine. This has become my favorite color this season. And on any area that I oversprayed the red color, I just lightly went over it with black. You can continue alternating the two colors until you get the desired color you are going for. I love the overall look of these. It's a perfect look for less. I styled mine in a Hobby Lobby vase. The next DIY is another Afloral dupe. I love these Magnolia stems, but they are $42 a stem from Afloral. I'm going to recreate them using these Magnolia stems from Hobby Lobby. I got these for less than $7 a stem. I'm painting the leaves with melted chocolate, starting at the top leaves and working my way down. This is to avoid making a mess. The Afloral stems have gold painted on the leaves, so I am adding gold onto the Hobby Lobby ones with some Rub and Buff. There is a difference between the stems. The Afloral ones have some green and the Hobby Lobby ones are completely brown on the backside. I think it's a great dupe for the price. I honestly love the Hobby Lobby ones more. They look amazing and I have mine styled in a vintage pot from LC Green. My next DIY is painting some pumpkins from Hobby Lobby. I'm using different shades of brown and adding baking soda for texture and to mattify them as well. The first pumpkin, I am using coffee bean. I did a total of 2 coats on this pumpkin and I love the way it turned out. For the second pumpkin, I used a mix of coffee bean, melted chocolate, and a tiny bit of black to darken the color. I also added baking soda to this one as well. And for the third pumpkin, I used coffee bean and royal brown, also with some baking soda. And with the remaining brown paint, I painted some pumpkins that I had from last year. And for the last and final pumpkin, I love the distressing on this one, but not the white. I really wanted to stay away from stark whites, so I painted it a linen shade. And to add the same distressing effect, I went in with coffee bean. I used a very tiny amount of paint on my brushes, and I alternated between a small brush and a larger one to blend it all out. I found that going in with a little bit of paint at a time, like very little to no paint on my brush to add distressing and just keep on adding more layers, just gave it the best effect and the best look overall. I am really happy with how these turned out. I cannot wait to style them throughout my home this season. For my last DIY, seasonal art plays a huge part in decorating, especially in my home. I love this Moody Art. I purchased the digital print from Etsy and I had the art printed at mpix.com. I usually print at CVS, but because of the large 36 by 36 size, I had to print it online. I added Mod Podge for the canvas-like texture. Once that dried, I added it to my frame. I purchased this frame from Amazon. I also laid the acrylic screen behind the print instead of in front of it to avoid the paper from bubbling up and to help it lay flat. I love the look of it. It looks amazing and I don't have to worry about a glare. It's the perfect moody touch to my space. And that completes my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed spending time with me as much as I enjoyed filming this for you. Comment down below, let me know which DIY was your favorite. If you end up recreating anything, do not forget to tag me and mention me. I would love to see what you guys come up with. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more fall content coming your way, and I will see you guys in my next video.